Have you ever thought of a day that mighty Superman might be a slave of someone? Heads up, people. This is gonna be a one-of-a-kind story. Bruce Wayne is attending an evening party where he meets Selina Kyle, aka the Catwoman, and his childhood friend and renowned brain surgeon, Thomas Elliott. Bruce exchanges pleasantries with Selina and his friend Thomas until he receives an emergency call from Alfred.
But it was good seeing you. I'd like to catch up.
Bane has kidnapped a child and is demanding a ransom. Batman tracks down Bane. The one-on-one combat with Bane made Batman realize that he's different and not his usual self. He guesses it's a side effect of the new venom and electrocutes Bane on the spot. At the end of the battle, Batman is confronted by Lady Shiva, who tells him an unknown intruder has used the Lazarus Pit and asks for his assistance in identifying him. Batman agrees to help.
It was a pleasure to see you work.
Next time, call first.
Soon after, Batman frees the child, but witnesses Catwoman running away with the ransom money. As Batman swings through Gotham City in pursuit of her, a mysterious villain shoots his grapple line and Batman falls to the ground. A deep fall heavily injures Bruce and left him with a fractured skull. But it was not over. He fell and was nearly killed by a group of nearby criminals until he was saved by Catwoman and Batgirl. Catwoman delivers the ransom money to Poison Ivy, who's controlling her through a hypnotic kiss. Just the icing on the cake, right guys? Alfred summons Thomas Elliott to remove skull fragments from Bruce Wayne's brain. Bruce recovers and thanks his friend Thomas for everything. Later, Batman pays a trip to Blackgate Penitentiary to interrogate Bane on the whereabouts of the contractor. Bane eventually escapes, but Batman strikes a deal with Amanda Waller, who allows Bane to escape so Batman can track him. Bane leads Batman to Poison Ivy's, now abandoned greenhouse, where Catwoman is also staying. When Bane tries to attack Catwoman for stealing his ransom money, Batman intervenes and saves her life. Waller shoots a new sedative given by Batman and successfully captures Bane. Catwoman, seeking retaliation for Ivy's manipulation, offers information on her whereabouts to Batman in exchange for a passionate kiss.
Curious.
The kiss sparked an intense romance between the two, making anyone seeing jealous. Batman, now paired with Catwoman, follows Poison Ivy to Metropolis. Batman finds Lex Luthor, now a probationary member of the Justice League, and asks for information on a delivery list of an ethylene compound to track down Ivy's location. There they find Ivy, but she's not alone. She's with her newest lover, the Man of Steel. Ivy's taking control of Superman and she commands the Man of Steel to kill Batman and Catwoman. While fighting, Batman observes that Superman's subconsciously resisting Ivy's influence, holding back on his attempts to kill both of them. Using knuckle dusters made from kryptonite, Batman fights Superman one-on-one inside the sewers below the city. Batman threatens Superman by claiming to blow up the Daily Planet building. When they rose to the streets, Batman tries to stall Superman while Catwoman positions herself. Suddenly, Selina lets Lois fall from the Daily Planet building. Struck by lightning, Man of Steel breaks free from Ivy's control and flies to save Lois in a split second's time. Batman, Superman, and Catwoman work together to capture Ivy, who reveals that she was being manipulated by a mysterious foe called Hush. Bruce Wayne goes on a date with Selina to the delight of both Nightwing and Alfred. However, Damian, son of Batman, calls him and imposes the idea of dating a criminal as Selina used to be one. Although Selina is unaware of the former's identity as Batman, the two, along with Thomas Elliott, attend an opera when Harley Quinn arrives and attempts to kill Bruce. Soon, Selina enters the battle as Catwoman and fights with Harley Quinn. During the fight, Catwoman falls down from a tall beam, but luckily her knight in shining armor was there to save her. Batman chases Harley Quinn and as he enters the street, but finds his dear friend Dr. Thomas Elliott being apparently shot dead by the Joker. Enraged, Batman violently beats Joker, who claims that he's innocent, and he's stopped short of killing Joker by James Gordon. Bruce attends Elliott's funeral and deduces Joker is innocent. Further, he works out that Hush must be the real culprit and Hush must have known the secret identity of Batman as well. Later, Nightwing and Batman chase after a group of robbers led by the Riddler after a bank robbery. Batman catches him and forces him to give up information about Hush.
There was no riddle, that's the point.
But the attempt was stopped as Hush appears in a nearby building. Batman chases after Hush but fails to catch him. Afraid for her safety, Batman asks Selina to leave Gotham so she doesn't fall victim to Hush as he's vowed to murder everyone close to Batman. However, Batman eventually decides to trust Catwoman and reveals his identity to her, much to the surprise of the Catwoman.
Bruce?
Soon after, the two become a romantic crime-fighting couple, which is super cool. During one night, Batman investigates the office of Thomas Elliott as he was notified about a break-in that had occurred and discovers one of his patients was someone called Arthur Wynne. Files revealed that Arthur has sought an operation for an inoperable brain tumor. Meanwhile, Nightwing and Catwoman investigate a graveyard break-in and find the grave of Bruce Wayne's dear friend Dr. Elliott's body being dug up. When the two approach the grave, they're attacked by Scarecrow. Nightwing is overpowered by the fear toxin, but Catwoman defeats Scarecrow and gets Nightwing to safety. However, shortly after, the Batmobile takes Nightwing back to the Batcave for medical treatment. Selina is captured by Hush and taken to an abandoned steel factory with the intent to kill her. At Arkham Asylum, Batman interrogates Riddler, who reveals that he's been Arthur Wynne as well as Hush. He had used the Lazarus Pit to cure himself of his brain tumor, and during his time in the pit, he figured out Batman's identity as Bruce Wayne. Hush has formed a plan involving several villains to destroy both the personal life and the crime-fighting career of Batman as a fulfilling revenge. However, observant Batman deduces that Riddler is actually Clayface mimicking his identity while the Riddler communicating via satellite. Batman defeats Clayface in a fierce battle in the prison, much to the delight of the Joker, who's locked up in an adjacent cell as well.
You're seeing another villain already?
Batman finds Riddler's location after tracking him down using many deducting methods, and the two engage in a final confrontation. During their fight, tied Catwoman barely manages to escape her predicament and teams up with the Dark Knight to defeat Hush, who's now showing his true face as the original Riddler. The battle goes on, but by the slip of a foot, Riddler is nearly killed but is saved by Batman with his grapnel. However, the steel factory is on the verge of exploding, with much of the machinery sustaining damage from Riddler's recklessness, causing the systems to overload. In a desperate effort to save Batman's life, Catwoman cuts the line, letting Riddler fall to his death,
Screw this shit!
allowing the two to barely escape the facility as it explodes. Soon after, Batman and Catwoman decide to go their separate ways after a fierce disagreement over Batman's ethical code. Both of them acknowledge that while their relationship can't happen presently, it may happen someday, and that's the most fierce, passionate, and intense affair Batman has ever had. The moral of the story is that love can do wonders to a person and bring the best in them, which even they didn't know they had inside all along. While love can be the best gift a person can receive, we must remember to never ever abandon our moral codes too, because no matter what, some morals are worth to keep fighting for, just like the Batman does. And remember, that's why we all love the Batman. Thank you for watching Second Look, and we hope you enjoyed the video. Let's meet again with another interesting recap. Until next time.